Welcome to the reading. Have you ever experienced a glitch in the Matrix? This will tell us if you have and what kind of glitch you experience, what the glitch was. Please do not watch this video if you are easily triggered, if you have any history with psychosis, with paranoia, okay? Because I do not want anyone to experience some type of psychosis based off this video, okay? So, we have here 3 piles. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Choose which pile or piles you are most drawn to. Go down in the comment section, click the pile or piles. As soon as I started the actual reading, the video glitched and messed up and I had to restart. So I'm kind of aggravated about that. But also I do realize that things happen for a reason. So I'm trying to stay positive about this. Maybe some of you have been having technology glitches, like what just happened to me. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, because you guys know I get so mad when I'm trying to focus and channel and then it messes up. So also keep in mind this is collective for thousands of people. So some details may resonate and some may not. Okay? So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay? If you want something more personal, information to book with me is in the description box. You can also, if you miss me and I'm not posting on YouTube, I may be posting on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. Okay? So I'll put my link tree as well in the comment section so you guys can follow me or add me on there. The only thing I ask is if you're adding me on Instagram and Facebook, please do not call me, because I might be doing a reading. I might be with a client. I don't like being called. You can message me, wait for me to reply. I normally do reply to people. But just one thing I don't like is people calling me, okay? So don't do that if you do add me. So anyways, you guys are asking for me to help you pick. Hey Pluto, hey Kanchan. Kanchan, 1, 2, or 3. I'm feeling 3 for you. Hey Simona. Love you, Simona. You'll watch this when you watch this. 1, 2, or 3. I'm drawn between 2 and 3 for you. Mostly 3. It does match the title. Okay. So also, if I give you a pile in the other reading before it glitched and ended, very ironic, keep that pile I gave you, or piles. Yuji, 1, 2, or 3. You're actually 1. But I think there's a lot of people that's also going to be in 3. So honestly, you guys might have 2 piles. Just about everybody in this reading may have 2 piles, to be honest. Ghost, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. 3. Maria, 1. But also, I think 99% of you, even if I give you a pile, you may also be in number 3. I think pile 3 is going to be a busy pile for whatever reason. Okay. So let's go ahead and start, okay? Let's go ahead. If you comment, I'm not ignoring you. I just may not see the comment because I'm channeling or I'm looking at what I'm doing, okay? So pile 1, welcome to your reading. What glitch in the Matrix have you experienced? In case you guys did not watch the intro, there is a trigger warning on this topic. if you have a history of mental illness, paranoia, psychosis, you may not want to watch this video, okay? Because I do not want to be responsible for you going into some type of psychosis based off this reading, okay? Wow. Okay, well, the story did change based off a little bit of what we were getting last time. Two different things coming up here that I'm getting from these two cards. Spirit has said you may have had a near-death experience, maybe even as a child. While your mother was trying to give birth to you, there could have been complications. For some of you, it could have been as you were older. But for a majority, I feel like there was some type of issues while you were like a baby or a child. And this actually gave you mediumship abilities and skills. So the glitch that you experienced in the Matrix was actually experiencing some type of ending that you don't remember. And the ending that you experienced was the 3D. Okay, you went into the spirit realm, you realized a lot of things. You realized that that is the real world. That is the natural world, right? That is where we come from, is the spirit realm. And you came back with gifts of mediumship, pile one. So you literally left the Matrix, came back with some gifts, with some cheat codes, okay? Because you do see spirits, you do hear spirits. Some of you try to ignore it, but you can feel when someone is watching you, when there's a presence. So that was the glitch that you experienced for one. And for two, the other glitch is you actually witnessing spirits. That's the glitch too, because not everyone can do that. The fact that you're able to interact with otherworldly beings in another dimension, that's a glitch. You may be in between two realms. What glitch in the Matrix has pile one witnessed or experienced? Ooh, okay. This is so weird, the messages that I'm getting. It's almost like I have to find a way to say what I'm hearing so it makes sense to you guys. Because I'm trying to think of still of how to word this, but I do feel like for a lot of you in this pile, you have broken some type of bone or fractured some type of bone. And I can't even explain how this was a glitch in the Matrix, but somehow it was. I'm getting that some of you don't know how you got injured. Maybe it could even be not as serious as breaking a bone for some, but a bruise or scratches that appeared, you don't know where they came from. You broke a bone, you don't know how you broke this bone. It's almost like it just happened out of nowhere, and it's because you had some type of glitch in the Matrix where something could have happened during that glitch and you do not remember it. Spirit also just told me that some of you had some type of surgery or like something where you had to be under amnesia for some of you. Of course, this is general, take what resonates. But during you having this, that could be the near-death experience for some. Okay? Maybe you got your tonsils removed. Maybe, you know, something. Some type of surgery. And they consider that a near-death experience because your spirit leaving your body. I don't know how much more information I'm going to get out of here, honestly. Three of Cups. You witnessed one of your friends glitch. You witnessed one of your friends glitching. And that was a glitch in the Matrix. Okay? This person literally... oh my gosh. Spirit is saying, for some of you, you witnessed someone having a seizure. That was them glitching out of the Matrix. Spirit said also you witnessed someone sneezing so many times in a row. It was like 20 times, 30 times in a row. Maybe this was you sneezing that many times in a row. This was a glitch. This was a glitch. You could have seen a celebrity kind of shut down and like their eyes do something weird and maybe not be able to speak. Kept stuttering their words, couldn't get their words out. Or like I said, a friend. And that was a glitch in the Matrix. Wow, yeah, I have to sneeze now as I'm picking up on this. Okay? So, I'm going to leave this pile right here. Okay? Those of you just getting in, I did put that there is a trigger warning. If you have any type of paranoia or psychosis, I don't recommend watching a video like this. Because it is a bit off the wall. But it is very fun. Okay, thanks for watching pile 1. Let's go to pile 2. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Pile 2, what type of glitch in the Matrix have you experienced? You have a glitch quite often, pile 2. And again, if you skip the intro, there is a trigger warning if you have some type of psychosis or paranoia. You may not want to watch. But pile 2, you have a glitch quite often, and it has to do with your heart. Look, there's a heart. Your heart is glitching. So, this may be, what do they call that? Heart palpitations. This may be your heart like skipping a beat at times that you have experienced. This is some type of glitch happening. You also have had moments where your mind went completely blank. Like you didn't know where you were. You're like, wait, I don't even remember driving here. I don't remember how I got here. I don't remember what I came in here to get. Like just complete blankness out of nowhere. And maybe it comes back after a few seconds or minutes. But that was a glitch that you experienced. So you're glitching, okay? You are the glitch, in a way, okay? Yes, a lot to do with your heart, you guys. A lot is going on with your heart. Because there's something about, you know what I'm hearing? Something happened where, how do I explain this? Your heart could have gotten some type of surgery or replaced, but not physically in this world, but spiritually. There has been people that have said they went through certain experiences where they seen these extraterrestrial beings replacing their organs because it wasn't their time to go. It wasn't their time to leave Earth. They still had a mission to complete, so they literally replaced their organs, but nobody could see them except the person experiencing it. And I don't even know if that's the case for you guys or not. Some of you may or may not have done some type of psychedelic where this happened, but that's not going to be the case for all of you. Okay? DMT, acid, mushrooms, but that's clearly not going to be the case for all of you. This also could have happened for some during your sleep. And that's why your heart does what it does, is because it technically wasn't the organ you were born with. And this is a crazy message. Okay? And then we have the Fool card, which is a new heart. That's how I'm seeing this. And then there's a heart right here. Okay? And for some of you, I'm hearing it could be your brain. And your brain could have a messed up nervous system where you have anxiety. And it's not because you're overthinking. It's just that your nervous system is messed up. And it's because either one, these extraterrestrials on the other side rewired your brain, or like I said, completely replaced it. But this was to get you more on a mission and what they needed you to do. They chose you to do something. And they were like, we're not going to let you mess this up. They could have seen you were going down a crazy path. And they're like, Pao 2, we ain't letting you mess this mission up. So we're going to do what we do here. Some of you actually may have had some type of transplant, a blood transplant, a heart transplant, an organ transplant. And this person may have had some ties with extraterrestrials that you now have. Okay? So it may even be both. Maybe it's the brain and the heart. Of course, there may be some medical things with this as well. I'm not saying that there's not, but I'm saying there's also spiritual things, matrix things also going on with this. What type of glitch in the matrix have you experienced? Oh my god, did you guys just see that orb? That was a glitch right there. Okay. Can't be the only one seeing shit. That's why I like going live sometimes. Okay. There was a time where you guys seen as well something really weird in the sky. You may have seen two suns. You may have seen just this weird light thing in the sky. You may have seen just something just totally abnormal go on in the sky, with the sky. I'm hearing Chicken Little, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Maybe you looked at the sky and the sky seemed way lower than it normally does. You may have experienced something really abnormal go on with the moon. I know I have. Let me tell you guys what I seen, because since we're here, me and a friend were looking up at the moon super late at night, early in the morning technically, and we seen this light fly up to the moon and move the moon up, and the moon got brighter. We were like, what the fuck? We both seen it. We knew we weren't crazy. And then the light disappeared, like out of nowhere. Ever since then, I started thinking, I don't know if the moon is real. But anyways, maybe this is something similar that you have experienced. Maybe it's a UFO. Maybe you've seen the sky get really bright and then all of a sudden it got dark and then bright again. And you're like, what the hell? It was just day and night, like in a matter of 5 minutes, 1 second, you know? For some of you, this could be the fact of you seeing some type of weird weather thing go on as well. Like something happened with the weather and then it just, all of a sudden the weather was completely different in the matter of a blink of an eye, which was a glitch. Spirit is saying you may have experienced something fall from the sky and it paused before it completely fell. Gravity didn't work for a couple of seconds. Whatever it was for some of you. But of course, as I have been saying, this is collective, so maybe not every detail I'm saying is for you, but it's for someone in this pile. Okay? I think I want to leave this pile here. I know I only pulled 2 cards, but the thing is, I'm getting straight channeled messages more than tarot. So, let's leave pile 2 here. Thanks for watching. Now, this is the pile that I think a lot of people are going to be in. And even if you chose another pile, I think you still may choose this one. For some reason, I feel like a lot of people are going to choose this pile. So, pile 3, welcome in. If you skipped the intro, this is a trigger warning video. If you have psychosis or a history of that, if you have paranoia, some type of mental illness, you may not want to watch this video because I do not want you to slip into some type of paranoia or psychosis based off this video. Okay? What type of glitch, pile 3, have you experienced? Oh my gosh, no way. Is that even a glitch, Spirit? This has happened where other people have witnessed this too. It's not just you. Would this even be considered a glitch, Spirit? Your consciousness has traded with somebody else at some point. You see how there's 3 people. They all look freaked out. And then I started thinking of Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis, where they switched bodies, like their consciousness went inside the other person and they switched bodies. Something like this may have happened. But for some of you, it's not as dramatic as it was in that movie where it lasted a few days or a few weeks. Maybe it only lasted a few seconds, a few minutes, okay? But maybe for a few people in here, it was more dramatic, okay? You see how their names are all here. I'm feeling like they're looking and they're like, I'm not Zoe. I'm not Myra. Like, not Rumi. This isn't mine. How did this happen? Oh, wow. Okay. This, for some of you, this could have been a glitch where you switched with a karmic person. Like, your consciousness was in their body and theirs was in your body. But this is like a karmic. You guys are karmics for each other. You both hated each other at some point. And there was a point where, especially if it was a third party situation that you were in, that's why this person, this lover, could have chose someone else over you or is with someone else, because your personality, your consciousness was in that person, and that's why they were drawn to that person. But it's like more complicated to explain than what it is, because you're like, but I remember being hurt by that. No, they were hurt by that. Your soul may have still stayed in your body, but your consciousness, your spirit may have switched. I don't really know how to explain this, and I don't even know if I'm exactly on point with what spirit is telling me. You know, I may be a little bit off on my explanation because it is so complex. Okay, let's keep going because I do feel like there's something more here. Right. Don't listen to an ex if they tell you that, though. You had some type of glitch with your home. Some type of glitch with your home. And for some of you, this may have been a childhood home. It doesn't have to be your home now. Could be your home now, but it could have been a home from your childhood or just another home that you had. Okay? If there has been weird, abnormal things that have happened in this home, it was glitches in the matrix of the home actually having a consciousness, moving stuff around. Like I'm seeing a vision of Monster House. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but it wasn't like a spirit or a demon or anything like that. It was the actual home that glitched, realized it was an object in a home and not like a consciousness like a person or a god, and it like freaked out. It freaked out is what I'm getting. And something could have happened where it seemed like some poltergeist stuff going on. Cabinets opening, a door, lights flickering on and off. Just something like going crazy like that. But like I said, it's different than Monster House only because Monster House was a spirit doing this of a person. And this is not that case. All right. I think I did October predictions, guys. You got to check my live videos. Those of you that are asking. Because I think I did it a few days ago. Okay. Is there any other glitches that pile 3 has experienced? I'm getting that you have a parent that glitches often. You have a parent that glitches very often. It's mostly leading to like a female guardian or like a mother figure, but that may not be the case for all of you. Why did they glitch? Why do they glitch? How do they glitch? I don't know, Spirit. I don't know how to ask this question. This pile, it does honestly feel like a lot of like objects are glitching because they're realizing they have consciousness. Because now I'm also seeing like a chair, a rocking chair of some sort. Technology going crazy because it's realizing it has a consciousness. Video games doing something crazy, like the characters are realizing that they're real, like Sims realizing that they're real, or you know, some type of video game character that you may have played, computer game character, realizing that it's real. Okay. As far as this parent, it almost feels like they are on robot mode, like NPC mode. But then they switch out of NPC mode every now and then, somehow, some way. And that's the glitch that they are experiencing, okay? So if they're like mean or rude to you, that's because they're on that NPC mode. And then when they're being very loving and like different to you, that's when they glitch back in and their consciousness is coming alive once again. And that's what's going on. Okay? You know, another glitch that I'm hearing is you met someone that was not real. I don't know how to explain that. You met like a holographic person at some point. You interacted with this person. They were a hologram. They were not real. And I don't know how much more to explain that. But it was not a real person that you interacted with. They didn't even have real flesh. And that was another glitch in the Matrix because they weren't supposed to be in your reality. This hologram was not supposed to be in your reality. It was not supposed to interact with you, but it did. And maybe it gave you some answers, some questions, something through this incident. You know what else I'm hearing is that the TV, the computer could literally be talking to you, and that's a glitch. The video game character could literally talk to you. Like literally be talking to you. Do you see what I'm saying? An actor on the TV, it's like they're not even acting. They're literally like talking to you, trying to get your attention, talking along with your conversation. You ever talked with someone while the TV's on and you're talking to someone and then the TV starts talking about what you're talking about? Like almost like they're saying the same thing as you at the same time. That's a glitch. It seems like they're talking with you, like a part of the conversation with whatever they're saying. That's another glitch that you have experienced, pile 3. Okay. So that is that. Okay. I'm going to leave this right here. I don't want to dive too much further into this. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the likes, the love, and the support. I will be back on later because I skipped posting a pick a card yesterday. I'm going to continue looking at what you guys have gave me ideas for that seem out of the box and post later. So I'll see you then. Bye, everyone.